Shalom, Israel. It's Brother Karatazar, Shield of Israel 144, back again with another quick precept. And today we're going to be talking about what the scriptures say about love. So let's get right to it. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, verse 12. And it reads, "And now, Israel, what doth the Lord require of thee? But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul." Right? So this is a commandment to the children of Israel, a requirement that you fear the Most High and to love him. Okay? Let's go to stay in the book of Deuteronomy and go to chapter 11 and verse 1, right? This book of Deuteronomy, chapter 11, verse 1, and it reads, "Therefore thou shalt love the Lord thy God and keep his charge and his statutes and his judgment and his commandment always." Once again, here's just one chapter over, we see that the Lord gives us another commandment, the children of Israel, that we are commanded to love the Lord thy God, right? And how you love him, keep his charge, his statutes, his judgments, and his commandments always, right? We're going to move right along, just a quick precept. Let's go to the book of Psalms. We're going to go to the book of Psalms 97 and 10. And it reads, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 97 and verse 10. And it reads, "Ye that love the Lord hate evil. He preserveth the souls of his saints, and he delivereth them out of the hands of the wicked." See, we get a commandment to love the Lord. And if you love the Lord, you hate evil, right? Because the Lord will deliver you out of the hands of the wicked. So we know that if you love the Lord, you're going to keep his law, statute, commandments. And if you love him, he'll deliver you out of the hand of the wicked. Let's go to Psalms 119 and 65. 165, Salaki. 165. There you go. Right? And it reads, this is the book of Psalms 119 and 165. It reads, "Great peace have they which love thy law, and nothing shall offend them." Scripture kind of speaks for itself. If you love the law that the Lord commanded us to keep, to love him, to fear him, to walk in his ways, to keep the law, statute, commandments, nothing shall offend them. So let's go to the New Testament. Get a couple of precepts out of the New Testament about love. All right, let's go to the book of John, chapter 14 and 15. It's the book of John, chapter 14 and 15, and it reads, "If you love me, keep my commandments." Plain upon tables. Just straightforward. If you love them, keep the commandments. That's the commandments that you heard in Deuteronomy, Exodus, Leviticus. He said, if you love him, you will keep his commandments. Like I said, it's straightforward, plain and simple. Let's go down to verse 21 in the same chapter of John, right? Book of John, chapter 14, verse 21, and it reads, "He that hath my commandments and keep them, he is that loveth me. And he that loveth me shall be loved of my Father. And I will love him and will manifest myself to him." So if you have the commandments, you're showing love to the Most High. You're showing love to Mashiach Yahushua, who the world called Christ. And they will return that love to you. The Father said, I will love him. And Christ said he will manifest himself to him, right? So let's read that again. "He that hath my commandments and keep them, he is that loveth me. And he that loveth me shall be loved of my Father, and I will love him and will manifest myself to him." So the Lord, you love the Lord, you keep the commandments, you walk in his ways, and Christ and the Most High God of Israel will love you, because the scriptures also say that he loved those that love him, right? Okay, let's go to another book. Let's go to 1 John 5 and 3. right? This is the book. This is the book of First John, chapter 5 and verse 3, and it reads, "For this is love, Slaki. For this is the love of God, that we keep His commandments, and His commandments are not grievous." It keeps talking about love is keeping the commandments of the Most High God, all the way from the first 5 books of Moses, all the way to the New Testament. Hey, the love for God is keeping His commandments. That's plain and simple. It's plain upon tables. It don't get no clearer than that. And to wrap it up, we're going to go to the book of Second John, chapter 1 and verse 6. Bring it all home, wrap it up. You know, it's the book of Second John, chapter 1 and verse 6, and it reads, "And this is love, that we walk after His commandments. This is the commandment that ye have heard from the beginning. Ye shall walk in it." And that goes all the way back, to Deuteronomy 10 and 12, when He said we should walk in it, right? Just wrap it up. Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12. "And now, Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee, but to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all His ways, and to love Him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul." This is Brother Karatazar, Shield of Israel, with another quick precepts. Shalom.